Texas State Judge Samuel K. Whiteside presenting over case Zillian Hahn, the plaintiff, versus Susanna Robertson, the defendant of New Millennial Toys Company, a private entity. I'll please start off the case with the facts, the preponderance of evidence. Fact 1, we looked into the law. The employment was at will, and therefore the employee can be fired by the employer at any time and for any reason that does not contravene public policy. We find that the plaintiff, Zillian Hahn, was indeed employment at will with New Millennial Toys and her supervisor, Susanna Robertson. We moved down to fact 2. No reasonable expectation. Well, the court question, in fact, no reasonable expectation of privacy. There was no reasonable expectation of privacy with Zillian Hahn using company computer, sending company emails. She filed suit against Susanna Robertson, saying she had a breach of privacy from the company or Susanna Robertson checking her emails to her attorney. We found that there was no breach of privacy since she signed a non-disclosure agreement. We moved to no reasonable expectation of privacy either. We also found that the plaintiff signed an exhibit of evidence, a contract from New Millennium Toys that allowed her to give up her right for sending outside information. We could move on. Was there just cause for firing? Yes, there was. Zillian Hahn broke her non-disclosure agreement. She thus broke the contract which she was bound by her signature, which we have into evidence. But the facts do indicate retaliatory discharge. Zillian Hahn broke her non-disclosure agreement. She did not do her job objectives, but she was doing so in the justice of the public. She was holding the company accountable for a chemical inside of a toy called the Wild Things Jungle Gym. Public policy at stake. We found that it was at stake. New Millennium Toys were releasing a suspicious chemical could have injured children. We moved down. By preponderance of the evidence, the defendant is guilty for wrongful termination of Zillian Hahn. We find that the defendant, Susanna Robertson, is not guilty of breaching privacy of Zillian Hahn. We move up and we find that during the case, overall the evidence, that Zillian Hahn was a renowned and very valued employee of 8 years of New Millennial Toys, and she was just doing her job and protecting the public. So we will move on to find Susanna Robertson in a final case. Zillian Hahn versus Susanna Robertson. Susanna Robertson is found guilty of wrongful termination, is upheld to the New Millennial Toys supervisor, or both the entity and the supervisor are held in wrongful termination. We find that the supervisors, Susanna Robertson, and the entity are not guilty of breaching privacy. We find these facts to be the law and case is adjourned. Thank you.